This is the great stuff you'll be able to see at the Rialto Square Theater. Go to rialtosquare.com. And,
that's going to be the crazy one. That's going to be the one where, the taping will be happening at both shows. But, once you get that first one in the can, the second one, forget about it. All the F words will fly.
There you go.
Well, and that's what Steve Martin said the whole reason he stopped doing stand-up was because of the Saturday Night Late shows. So
because he's a puss. Yeah, go make another movie, dummy. And get more plastic surgery. God almighty. His face, the Tin Man, is more expressive at this point. God almighty. Am I right? He's starting to look like one of the Real Housewives of Orange County.
What is that? What is this fascination? Now, you're with celebrities. Do they tell when a Jessica Lange, who used to be a very pretty woman, she looks like a cat now?
Right.
Does Sam Shepard, does he look up from his typewriter and say, oh, that looks great, honey? I mean, do you have to BS people all the time and tell them that they're plastic? You don't, but I mean...
Exactly. I guess you do if you're trying to bang them or something.
I suppose.
But even yesterday, Oprah had this reunion of all these talk show hosts.
Yeah.
And the one who looked the best was Phil Donahue because he didn't have anything done.
Right.
He just looks like a normal guy. Especially men shouldn't get plastic surgery. They got money. That's what gets them laid.
Yeah, that's all you need.
See,
exactly.
There you go.
That's why I'll never get plastic surgery. I got money, man. I got bank.
That's all you need, baby. You look wonderful, by the way.
I'm making bank, bro.
So on your honeymoon, where did you go?
We went to Cape Cod, Massachusetts, because I had to go into hiding because of all the celebrity hounds out there.
The paparazzi.
Exactly.
There's a lot of helicopters at your wedding.
You know what cracks me up? I like when people recognize me so much that I insist they take pictures with me, even if they don't know who I am. I just walk up to them and say, take a picture, douche. You'll be happy you had it someday when I die like Geraldo.
A lot of people mistake you for Mary Tyler Moore. They're not exactly sure.
Bette Midler and I are spitting images of each other.
Bette Midler.
You mentioned Greg Giraldo. We had him on the program probably about a month before he died, which worked out great for us because we publicized the hell out of it that we had his last interview. But
nice.
Share your thoughts on Greg. I know you guys were friends.
Well, I'm a little bummed because, honestly, the last Comedy Central roast, if you saw it, the roast of Trainwreck David Hasselhoff, was like the best roast I ever did. It was so much fun. And I went first and Geraldo went last, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I had this big fantasy. I go, wow, this will be great for the rest of our lives. This will be the format. Comedy Central won't dick around anymore about who goes when. They'll always put me first and him last. Dude, the guy dies. Now I got to maybe go last again. I consider this a personal affront, and I'm protesting Greg Giraldo at the time.
There you go.
Typical comic fashion, it's all about me.
So what's on the horizon? You must have a ton of scripts sent to you from Hollywood.
Oh, you would think I would, wouldn't you?
Really?
This is the story of my life. Every great producer in the world wants to meet with me, and they sign me to do a deal, and then we go to the networks, and it never really happens. And the thing is, what I feel is I'm way too edgy. I think I need a reality show with me and Jimmy Big Balls instead.
Yeah. Right.
The Dirty Wop Love. We're going to probably do that. It's going to be right after Say Yes to the Dress and Bridezillas. It will be fantastic.
You can do something like the Brett Michaels show. You can do Wop of Love.
That is where you're a genius. This is why Andy Dick hates you.
Now, I would imagine when you were getting rolling and touring, you have to go through a lot of smaller clubs, a lot of smaller Midwest towns. Did you get a lot of gruff for being so edgy, so filthy?
Well, no. What happened was I came up in the club circuit, so I didn't really go out as a feature act. I always was a headliner. So your people, you come and they love you no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So in the beginning, like way in the beginning, a few people would walk out or whatnot. But luckily now, especially, it's like, wow. The only ones who ever get mad is, like, I have a largely male-based fan base.
That's surprising.
The wives sometimes are like, I can't believe you dragged me here. She said the C word. And I'm like, well, you could have heard it home. You could have stayed at home and heard it anyway with him calling you it because you are one. So usually people are very cool and don't get mad.
I would think now you're fine. I was just thinking early on. Because I did stand-up full-time for about 5 years, and there's times you go to clubs and they go, go nuts, have at it, and clubs that sit you down and go, don't say this word, don't say this word, don't do this, don't do this, And
right.
It's,
I
it's
remember
tough.
I started comedy when I was 30, so I already had like a personality and was really just stood up for myself. So anytime a club said not to say something, I'd be like, well, I guess I don't have to work here, and I'd just say, shake their hand and go because, with my comedy, you can't really edit. Mm-hmm. So I remember in New York, this was so funny. Some Asian chick protested that I said the C word for Asians. I won't say it on your air. He said, you can't say that word. I said, well, can I say the S word for Hispanic people? And they're like, oh, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. Because the Hispanics don't get up early enough and are too lazy to protest, I can say that. So I said, I'm not going to work the club anymore, and I walked out. I just think it's equal opportunity, If I can call a gay a cornholer, I could call anybody anything.
There you go. Can I ask you a question? I know you're over 30, baby. You look wonderful.
Oh, my God, I'm 49. I look terrific.
Yeah, you turn me on. When I watch you up there doing your thing, I move. I'm just letting you know.
I would hope you get a huge boner.
I do, just for you. Lisa Lampanelli.
Who doesn't, I'd ask you.
Can I say that, women, you say women sometimes are ultra sensitive, but I see a lot of women, especially the quieter women, the more reserved women, they relate to, because I think you're saying a lot of stuff that they're thinking, but they don't want to say. So I think they vicariously live through you, the queen.
No, it's absolutely true. I say a lot of stuff them and Klan members only say in private. The difference is I'm joking and the Klan members have weapons, so it's good. It all works out.
Let me ask you, now you're married to Jimmy Big Balls. He's a great guy. Obviously he loves you. You're a wonderful lady. But there's got to be times you're out in New York City, you're out to dinner, and some giant black guy waves to you from across the room, and your husband's got to constantly be going, all right, did you date him? How often do you run into ex-boyfriends?
You know what's weird? Never, because I make sure they're dead after I'm through with them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is what happens when you're Italian. You have those connections and everybody just seems to disappear, or as we call fade, into the background. So we really don't bump into anyone. That's what's so great about living in New York. You don't see anybody that you don't want to bump into.
Hey, now, because you do humor about race and you have a ball with all the races and all the stereotypes, have you ever been, like, maybe at the deep pocket of the South, and they're not getting that it's a joke? They think maybe you're spreading some propaganda. And
it's a rally.
Yeah.
It becomes a
rally. That's funny. You're so right, because actually it wasn't in the South. It was in a town called Livonia, Michigan, which is like the highly most populated white town in the country. Okay. Yeah. So I was really scared that they were going to take the jokes like I meant them. So I called this black that I was dating for 3 years, which, by the way, is 9.5 years in black. And he said, hey, as long as you stick to your guns, you don't apologize for what you do. You can't be responsible for how everybody takes it. So instead of feeling guilty, now I just give a donation to the United Negro College Fund. And if they take offense, if they're gay, I do one for the fags, too.
Okay.
You just throw money at the problem. That's what my feeling is.
That's what it is.
Well, we're talking with Lisa Lampanelli. Before we let you go, I do want to ask you, Randy Quaid running around now saying that there's star whackers out there. And he's really just seconding a thought that I've been saying for a long time. I believe the Olsen twins are serial killers, and no one's onto them yet.
Ooh.
What are your thoughts on Randy Quaid?
Randy Quaid? Now, want to know what? Well, I'm going to shame myself right now. I have been on vacation for the last 3 days, so I haven't been watching TV. But I will say I don't read the paper and know even what you're talking about, because if it's not about me, I don't care.
Yeah, the girl.
I'm a comic, because I don't read the paper. It gets me very depressed. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
And that's where I listen to my girl Oprah. I figure I'll throw in one Oprah reference because you idiots in Chicago love her. You're still hoodwinked into thinking she's good at what she does and she's straight.
I mean, somehow, yeah, well, the straight part for sure. Let me ask you were on National Public Radio. Now, you're going to be on the Tomano Tui show. You're going to Howard Stern. It's a free-for-all. It's a rock and roll atmosphere.
Right.
Well, now, what they had to be sweating bullets when you walk into Wait, Don't Tell Me on NPR.
Right. Well, what's great about that is, like, it's a game show that they do on NPR, and it was really cool to do it because they knew that I probably knew radio limits, but also, let's be honest, they tape it, and then they could edit whatever they want.
Yeah.
So they're not stupid either. I don't think I'd be live on NPR anytime soon.
No, they had you in there for a half hour, and it came out to 30 seconds.
Exactly. We have a nice sound bite.
Yeah.
It's great.
Lisa Lampanelli joining us on NPR. Lisa, how are you? I'm doing great. Thank you for joining us today, Lisa.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we got that. That was good. That's a wrap. Yeah, there you go.
You know, she does say she likes black people. That fits right in with NPR.
Oh, I know. God forbid.
So anyway, well, happy Veterans Day to you, love.
Thank you so much. You guys are so cool, man. I really appreciate all your help.